Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today's message, we are going to do how do people view you based on your looks. Excuse me, if you're a returning viewer, subscriber, supporter, member, thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored to be sharing this space, this time with you. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a reminder that we are all here having this human experience, and that this is a safe space to come as you are in your highest, most authentic, most aligned self. And if you would like to support the channel further than you already do, remembering that as you like, comment, and subscribe down below, it always allows me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy, getting out more resonant readings. You'll also find additional links down below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you over there. Also, memberships are up and live. If you're wondering what that is, if you check out down below where the subscribe button is or was, there should be a join button there as well. You can click on that and it will go over in depth the options available for each level. There are 3 levels currently. We have Love Drops, Love Blossoms, and Love Bloomers. And I hope that you find one that suits you well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our prayer, and then we will go ahead and draw a gemstone card today to choose from. My beloved sources, prayers for any and all who come onto this video. May you help us understand that in this now moment, we are seeking a higher path. We're seeking a higher knowledge, a higher wisdom, an ability to connect with our deepest innate wisdom and intuition. That it is through this channel that we will know how to fully embrace and accept the journey exactly as it is, knowing that we are where we're meant to be in this here now here moment. And that we can make choices right now to impact our future, but that our past is as it should be, and that it has taught us very viable and valid lessons if we choose to accept those lessons. And for those of us that are not yet ready to accept these lessons, I ask that you continue to help open our hearts. Open our hearts to the wisdom that you're giving us, to the wisdom that is life, knowing that it's not a cruel joke that you've made us come and live here, but that it is indeed a world full of contrasts, and there will always be suffering and pain. As equally so, there will always be beauty and deep joy. Without one, we cannot experience the other. Without one, we cannot know the depth of what the other holds. And that through this wisdom, through this knowledge, we can really open ourselves up to do that which we are here to do, which is to live our journey, to live our truth, and to open up to our higher selves. As these words are spoken unto this space and unto this reading, so shall they be. Amen. Aho, Ase. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my beloved source. Thank you so much. All right, so let me go ahead and get that set up over here. Possibly, if it's going to hang. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Okay, so we're going to choose from our crystals cards and see what comes out here. So let me give these a shuffle real quick. Maybe if they'll shuffle for me. These cards are so small. All right. More sources. So source gets one more. All right. Perfect. So source, what crystal card will help us better understand how do people view pile 1 based on their looks? Okay, thank you. So you're getting 2. It's just what came out. So for pile number 2, source, what crystals card will help us better understand how do people view pile number 2 based on their looks? Thank you. And for pile number 3, source, what crystals card will help us better understand how do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? One card, please. How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks, source? How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? Being open to what you receive, too, is important, pile number 3. Seems like you're kind of scared or kind of closed off, more or less, to receive this guidance. There we go. Yeah, it's reluctant to come out, that's for sure. Reluctance. On the bottom, overall message, we have fluorite, aligning all of your chakras and bringing all that energy into your physical body is what this clear, beautiful stone is known for. It is also known to stimulate the crown chakra and enhance the effects of other crystals and stones. This is a must-have for any true crystal lover. And I love that this is talking about the physical body, and we're talking about looks today. So synchronistic already. All right, so let me get these set up here. I got a little bend in the cloth. All right. Make sure we're in frame, okay? And for pile number 1, we have this stone to choose from today. Okay. And pile number 2, we have this piece of raw rose quartz to choose from. This comes from California, San Diego County. Okay. And for pile number 3, we have this beautiful stone to choose from, which comes from Pueblo, Colorado. Okay. So pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, whichever one you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And I'll see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this stone, or if you were drawn to these cards during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on how do people view you based on your looks. We'll take a look at those later. Keeping in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy, getting you out further, more resonant readings. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary in the description box. You can email me for personal reading, and I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at scatterlovetarot, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And memberships are now up and live. So if you are currently a member, thank you so much for joining. If you're wondering what that is, down next to where the subscribe button is or used to be, you'll see a join button. If you click on that, it will show you the available levels that I have, which are Love Drops, Love Blossoms, and Love Bloomers. And it will show you the available perks for each level. So with that being said, we will go ahead and get into your reading and find out, source, how do people view pile number 1 based on their looks? What messages can you tell us? How do people view pile number 1 based on their looks, source? What messages can you bring to us? What would you like us to know? Okay, so we have 11th house. We have, wow, this is intense. We have 11th house Aquarius and Saturn. And back before Uranus was discovered, Aquarius in the 11th house was ruled by Saturn. So that's pretty intense already. A lot of synchronicities. You could be Aquarius, have Aquarius in the 11th house, have Saturn in Aquarius or Saturn in the 11th house. You could also have, I'm hearing Aquarius in the 8th house and the 3rd house. I'm not sure why those are coming up, but okay, we're just going to go with it. We're not going to question what's coming through. Okay, so how do people view you? They definitely view you as someone who's very disciplined and futuristic at the same time. Like the way that you think, the way that you work, the way that you show up, like you're just way ahead of your time. You could have knowledge or wisdom that you share with others that others are trying to like really grasp onto and be like, okay, like I see that pile one has some sense, but I'm really having a hard time grasping onto this knowledge. Or you present it in a way where they're like, wow, that really makes sense, but how in the world does pile one know that? Right? And it's just part of it's part of your process. Like this is a part of your journey, is to be able to help heal others through giving them wisdom, which is very powerful, right? Very, very powerful. You're helping to usher in the new, they keep calling it the new world, so I guess just for consistency's sakes, so will I. But the new vibrational industry that we're coming into, the whole change in the world, going into a 5D consciousness, right? They do see you as social aware. Like you very easily are able to connect with others. You're very easily able to connect over social media. That you are in the process of fulfilling your hopes and wishes. How are they getting this all from your looks? Because you're unorthodox, right? Because you're completely unorthodox. Like you may dress in a way that all of a sudden you're dressing in the fashion industry kind of like picks up on it, and they're like, whoa. And it's something that they've noticed time in, time again. Okay. But they do view you as someone who's very friendly, sometimes very detached. Like your looks give an air of being completely detached emotionally. Something about technology though, maybe you kind of look like a modern day nerd, right? Nothing against that. It's just that like they see you and they think, oh, they're into technology. Oh, there's someone who does do a lot with technology. Okay. They also do feel a sting and a bite to that, right? Like there's like this energy that's coming from you where it's like people wish they were advanced as you were when it came to technology. Whether that's because you always have gizmos and gadgets on your being and you're always working on them, or, and that's what has to do with your looks, right? Or where they're seeing you is always online or from an online presence, and you always have the latest and greatest around you. Right? But there's something here about really having responsibilities and overcoming obstacles. Like you're very traditional in a sense, but also very unorthodox in a sense. So how a lot of people view you as someone who's trying to build foundations in a very unique way. And the foundations are what are traditional, but the way you're going about them is what is untraditional. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with your appearance, like what it is that you dress like, how it is that you walk into a room, your presence is all speaking these things, okay? So these are always the interesting ones. I'm always like, well, here we go. So let's go ahead and grab some cards. Okay, they want to do this one today. We're going to get from my Nicholas, I can't remember his name. It's the Italian deck that I have. So, source, how do people view pile number one based on their looks? How do people view pile number one based on their looks? How do people view pile one based on their looks? Like you're going to be someone who's celebrating something in the future. Maybe you always dress up really nice. How do people view pile number one based on their looks? So we have the 6 of coins. Yeah, like you're this very friendly, approachable person. Like you're going to give people the time of day. Like they're not afraid to tell you things, but you also aren't afraid to share with them. Thank you. How do people view pile number one based on their looks? I was going to say lips. So apparently your lips have something to play a part in this. How do people view pile number one based on their looks? Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's something about you that's really fancy. But also, it's almost like you carry a sadness in your eyes that people can relate to. Like, you've had some really harsh emotional things that you've gone through, and you wear that. It's almost like a badge of honor, as odd as that sounds, but that's what they're showing me right now. It's like, you know, when Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, they get their little badges of honors and they have it on their sleeve or on their lapel or whatever it is. And that's what it's like they're showing me here. It's like you wear eyes of sadness, and it's almost like you, no matter how much you heal or how happy you get, there's like a depth within your eyes that people know somehow, some way, shape, or form that you have the ability to relate to them. And that's why I feel like people are able to approach you, because they know they're going to gain equal give and take here. Look, we have the King of Swords coming out. You're very honest. They see you as someone who's very honest, someone who's very much in this place of balancing out your life, but not just balancing out your life. You're like in this place of coming into a positive outcome from something that you've worked hard for. That's what I'm saying. I feel like what they're pointing towards, again, your eyes are closed here in this picture. It's like your eyes wear the history of your life, and that's why people feel like you're so friendly and approachable. Like they're able to come to you and explain things, and you just get it. You understand it because you've been stabbed in the back, or because you've been betrayed, or because you've been through whatever it is. You may be like, why do people come and talk to me? Part of it might have to do with your astrological placements, sure. But there's something about you in particular that says this is someone who knows what it's like to go through hard times. And it's not like, I mean, it could be the way that you dress, but I don't feel like that's what it is. I just feel like you just have this energy about you that actually wears on your looks as well. Like you're a good looking person. You have a unique face to you, but there's something about your eyes that stands out. Like even in the way that she's looking at the camera, or the audience, I guess you could say. Like, it's funny that her head is bigger than her body, and this is the only one that's like that. Like, all the rest are very symmetrical, but here she's got this ginormous head. It's like, but all you can focus on are on her green eyes, because they just stand out, right? And even with the bunny here, it's like one of his eyes is on the floor. It's like when people see you based on your looks, they're like, that person, pile one, has been around. They've had experiences. They know what it is to live, and I can share my life with them, and they might give me some of their wisdom. But also based on your looks, they see you as honestly moving towards a positive path. You're very forthcoming. Yeah, that's what you wear in your eyes, your honesty. It's like, yeah, I've been through a lot. I'm not going to try and hide that I've been through a lot, but I'm also not going to let that affect who I am. I'm not going to let that affect the path that I'm on. And that's why I'm saying, like, they feel the bite because you've shown up being this very strong-headed person attempting to live your best life in such a way that you're very disciplined. Like, it's a discipline. Like, when you're disciplined, sometimes that is hard for people, right? That's hard because people don't know what it is to be very disciplined in their life. And they see you as someone who's very balanced. Like, you have a lot of movement, but there's also a lot of stability about you. And you have resources. It's like, based on your looks, they're like, oh, that person has resources. So whether it could be you always have the latest and greatest technology. That's what I keep getting referred back to. Or everybody only ever sees you in technology, right? Like online, over social media, on some platform. But they know that you've been in a lot of complex situations with a lot of conflicting interests. They know that you've had a lot of hardships. You've been attacked by others. You've been exhausted by others. It's like, maybe, and that's why they see it online. They see you getting beat down by others online. And yet you're still somehow this generous, kind, friendly person no matter what. Right? And the King of Swords can also point towards trying to break free from our past. Right? But it can also point at just being a very determined individual, having very strong will, very honest. Honest to a fault, but honest also without fear of what that honesty is going to do, because honesty is the best policy. Having divine wisdom and intellect. And being free from the burden of what that is. You know, so many people hold the burden of what honesty is, the wisdom is. They also know that you're in the process of preparing for a future based on your looks, that you are always looking to this outcome that's going to bring you closer to that which you desire. So based on your looks, everybody sees you as someone that's advancing here. Going to the next level. Doing what is necessary for the next level. Clearing out your karmic wounds. Knowing that you are someone that they can actually gain understanding from. We got that in the very beginning with the dice. That they can gain understanding for their own journey from you. You're always going with the flow. Based on your looks, you're just a calm, cool, collected person. Always going with the flow. In and out. Here we go. Vigilance, yeah. Advancing towards your future. Advancing towards that which is yours. Okay, thank you. Look at this. We've got path of purpose. And emotionally stable, too. We've got 36 with shark, purpose. So you're very much in this path of purpose. Like, you're doing exactly what you're meant to be doing, and you wear that. They see you as prosperous. Like, I can't make this stuff up. This stuff is very real coming through. Like, you're someone who they see as being able to follow, like a leader in life. Bring your ideas to life. Number 24, which is 6, electric eel spirit. Look, we have all the ocean here. The ocean, the ocean, the ocean. All of the ocean. You're 15:15 on the clock. You're very emotionally stable. But it's only because you've gone through difficult times. Experiencing difficult allies. Experiencing people who just wanted to cause a lot of conflict in your life. So whether these people have seen that based on your presence online or they just see it in your eyes, it has to do with the way you look. It's what you carry. Spirit has a plan. Number 35, koala spirit. Yeah, it's almost like this is something that's destined to be on you. 1551. So 1515 and 1551 are very powerful numbers for you. Pisces. And then we get the wise water sign of Pisces, right? Pisces is the oldest zodiac sign. They're the end of the zodiac wheel. We have intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So based on your looks, people see you as like a fortune teller or someone who's extremely intuitive, or like, I don't want to mess with them because they're going to know what's going on with me before I do. So it's almost like going back to your eyes. When you look at people, you look through them. Stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. And they see you as someone who's very stable in life. Whether that's financially, emotionally, whatever it is, they see you as a very stable individual. Someone who's very stable. May I please have an angel card here? Thank you. Chantel, we have new romances imminent either with a newcomer or through reigniting passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. So some of these individuals that are seeing you based on your looks, Could be people from the past that want to come forward and offer you love. Look, we have yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. And then we have, what is that? The howler monkey? I'm not 100% sure about that. I think that's what that is. And then she's holding a dove. Right? So yeah, you're on the path to a positive outcome. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, they see you based on your looks as someone who's going towards a positive outcome. Okay, we want to get some of the Pantha Oracle out. Can you please have some more for pile number 1 here, Source? What else would you like to say? Yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you. Sneak peek. That's the first time that card's ever come out. That one too. Alright. Yeah. They see you as someone that can help them overcome their craving, their excess in life, and their greed. Gluttons. Like, it's like people have gluttony, and it's like they see you overcoming those things. Like, you're on the path to letting that go completely from your life. And that makes them feel like, oh, I can trust pile number 1 to help me let go of my masks. Let go of deceiving others, pretending, inconsistency in my life, because you're showing up as a very consistent person. And if pile 1 can do it, then why can't I? There's someone I can trust, someone who's honest, someone who I am compatible with if it's love, but just compatible with in the face of following, trusting, knowing I can come forward. That maybe I'm not cursed to spend my life in this misfortune all the time. So they have a sneak peek into your life. That's why they see these things. That's why they're basing this on your looks. Like, when they see you, they get just a sneak peek. It's the curiosity, the glance. Sometimes some people are stalking you, but I really feel like it's just because of what you do or how you present yourself, people get to see just little snippets of you. And they see that even though you've been through some hardships, that you're so blessed. You're fulfilled. You have well-being in your life. You have health. You're enlightened. That you had to quit something so that you could awaken. You've experienced a lot of rejection. And I feel like they've seen that online. Like, especially with Aquarius energy so heavy in this reading. And even air energy. We've got a lot of Gemini out. And Gemini is all about communication. So it has to do with some way that you're communicating. Yeah, disease, weakness, and fragility. I feel like this comes back to what people are... Look, we have fate underneath that. Coincidence, fatalism, and fortune telling. So I do feel like you could be a tarot card reader. You could just be using your gifts to help gain a following in the world, whatever it is. But I feel like this is what people feel. They're very cursed in life because they're either gluttonous, or they're dealing with some sort of illness, or they're dealing with some sort of addiction that they're going to, and you help them see that these are just masks that they're wearing. They can let them go, because on their own they're very scared. They're very scared to take care of this. On their own they're very scared to deal with it, but you give them hope. Yeah, you teach them to live and learn. Look, experience, training, and development. I cannot make this stuff up. We have aid, mercy, charity, and kindness. You're giving them aid. Look, they're sad. But here you are, reaching out and helping them. And this is what people see based on your looks. So it's almost like you just do this naturally no matter where you go. Even if you're trying to or not, like, it's just something that happens. Let's take a look. You got 2 of these. Look, green aventurine. This is a very powerful stone. It is known to promote positivity. When held close, this green stone can stimulate creativity and open your mind to a new, fresh outlook on reality. Green aventurine is also a calming stone, stimulating emotional healing. And all this reading, it's talking about how emotionally stable you are. This is also a heart chakra stone. Heart chakra. You're helping them heal their heart chakras. That's what they see based on your looks. It might seem odd, but this energy is undeniable. And then we have, I'm going to try and pronounce this, chrysocolla. Wow, look at this beautiful stone. Oh, that's gorgeous. Suffering from a heartache. or a toxic personal relationship. This will help you to connect to what the real you needs and help you realize that you are allowing toxic energy in, causing emotional harm. This stone will let go of that toxic energy, and this is connecting with your throat chakra, right? The blue here, we have throat chakra energy. So you help them somehow find a deep truth within them to heal their hearts and to see that they can move on and bring blessings into their lives. Like, you have this beautiful energy about you, and it's your looks. Whether or not you want to look this way, you can't help it, pile number one, because it's written in your face, it's written on your arms, it's written in your hands. It's like genetic makeup. As soon as you touch somebody, you immediately heal them. And so your looks are all a part of that. Like, it's all a part. If someone like you can go through this and survive, that gives me hope that I can too. And that's how people view you based on your looks. I love this. I absolutely love this. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little green heart down below and say, I embrace my inner truth about my toxic patterns so that I may heal myself and others. So you let Source know that you're calling in this higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up as well, but I am going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this incredible reading. And until next time, pile number one, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of natural rose quartz, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on how do people view you based on your looks. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box where you can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. Or you can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. Also, if you are interested in memberships, check out the join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be. If you click on that, it will bring up the 3 levels that I have available, which is Love Drops, Love Blossoms, and Love Bloomers. And you can check out the perks that are available for each level. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it and find out, how do people view pile number 2 based on their look source? How do people view pile number 2 based on their looks? What can you tell us about that source? How do people view pile number 2 based on their looks? Okay, ooh, so we've got South Node, 4th house, and Cancer energy. Okay, very homely. Not plain, homely. Don't get it twisted now. Why did the music stop? Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can fix this. Well, while I'm trying to fix this, let me at least set these up here so I can talk about them. All right. 4th house, Cancer, and South Node. That you're very homely, but that you're also letting go of some things. Like maybe if you go out with family or something along those lines, like they see just how different you are from your family. And so based on your looks, they realize that you're letting go of things that maybe once were who you were. Right? So if, like, again, if you have family that you spend time with, like it could be your brother, it could be your sister, it could be anybody, mother, father, and you end up spending time with them, then you're out and about, and based on your looks, they're like, oh, they might be related, but pile number 2 has got something else going on. Like, I see that they're trying to let go. Like, you don't fit in with the people that are around you right now. And you're very nurturing, and you're in the process of healing, and you're in this process of truly seeing yourself as you are. And because of that, people see you as someone who's very motherly. And you also, based on your looks, I think when people meet you or see you, they feel like they're getting healing from you as well. Okay, so I do not know what is going on with my frequencies right now. I'm trying to get them to load, but they do not want to load. So I'm going to try and let this figure itself out. And we're just going to go without frequencies right now. So I apologize for the silence. Maybe that's another thing. It's like why it's not working is that they, based on your looks, think that you're someone who's very quiet, who's very home, like that homely energy keeps coming in, but who's very quiet, who doesn't like give a lot of themselves away. Like you just are very quiet. You don't say much. Like you might interact with others. You might interact with your family. You might interact with your loved ones, but you just don't say very much. And part of that comes from you letting go of that path, right? So there are people who see you living based in your karmic path, but also at the same time letting it go. And you might be like, how does that work? It's, again, we're tapping into energy here and remembering that people are actually more attracted to our energy than our looks. And if you don't believe that, the more that you heal, you'll actually get a taste of that, what that means, okay? So that's what it feels like here. They also see you as someone who they could build a home with. They see you as someone who would be a great parent. They see you as someone who would be willing to help them build a very strong foundational home based on your looks, okay? You may also be someone who looks, okay, I don't want this to be taken the wrong way, but if you're a woman, you may have some really big chi-chis, okay, and a not so big rump, because that's something that's very indicative of Cancerian energy, is that you have a huge chest and a very small butt. And I don't know why, but like all the Cancers I met have been like that. Same thing with a guy. Like you might have some huge pecs, like you work out and you've got these humongous pecs, but you're very like V-shaped, like that, right? All right, so let's get some tarot on it. Today we're using my Italian tarot deck. And this, I'm not sure what this is, but let's... Hold on, I'm going to pause this real quick. Okay, we're back. All right, that was like 2 seconds. I could have just left it going, but I didn't want to waste any more time on here because I'm not sure what was going on. But I do feel like you guys are someone who's very sweet looking, who is very... not even approachable in the way of like, oh my gosh, I can approach them. It's just more or less like you have very dainty features about you, and based on your looks, like people see you as like a homemaker or someone who's wanting to build a family, someone who wants to be a dad, someone who wants to be a mom, someone who's just, it keeps coming back, real sweet here was the message I got. So source, based on pile number one's looks, how do people view them? How do people view pile number two? How do people view pile number two based on their looks, source? How do people view pile number two based on their looks? Thank you. How do people view pile number two based on their looks? Okay, thank you. How do people view pile number two based on their looks, source? How do people view pile number two based on their looks? Thank you. We'll get one more. How do people view pile number two based on their looks? Whoa, thank you. Yeah. That you're someone who would be able to save yourself if needed. And that you'll, like, I feel like they feel that you are the person based on your looks that's always going to go to the party, always want to have a good time, always start something new, like, but more or less this is giving me party vibes right now. Yeah, there's something about the way you look is very small, right? When I say small, it's like very dainty, very elegant, very like fragile, almost like a doll, right? Like even if you're a guy, like you're just very much like, I want to touch pile two, but I don't. I'm not trying to be dirty, but like, it's like I want to, but I don't, because I'm afraid if I touch them, I might break them. So maybe you're very petite, right? And so they see you as someone who's very fragile, who is very childlike by nature, right? So how do people view you based on your looks? Okay, so we have the Three of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Nine of Coins and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, see, look, this is what I was saying, like, very much like this childlike energy about you based on your looks. Like, you just want to have fun, kick back. You enjoy the finer things in life. You could have Taurus, very highly aspect in your chart, like a lot of Taurus placements. You could also have a lot of Cancerian placements as well. And it's like, that's why I was saying the party, or like we have the Three of Cups, and Three of Cups can talk about celebration. But I was getting that from the Fool. It just feels like this energy of like, if I were around pile number 2 a lot, like we would always go to the party and it would be worth going to. Like it'd be so much fun, but it'd be like serene and playful and like we're all here having a good time. Even if there's some sort of turbulence or drama going around in the background, it's like based on your looks, people view you as someone that they can go and hang out with and they're going to have a good time because you're there. They see you as someone that's very independent based on your looks. Like again, it's like I don't want to mess with pile 2 because if I mess with pile 2, like they know how to take care of themselves. They're, even though you're dainty or petite, it's like you're still scrappy. Like, yeah, I may be small, but I'm scrappy, okay? Like that's the type of energy that you carry around with you. And that you're bold, like you're very bold, and you like this energy with the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is about being your own hero, right? But it's also being bold enough to take that journey to do so. It's like they may see like drama unfold around you, and you just somehow nip it in the bud. Like that's it. Oh, you're gonna act like that? Okay, cool. Well, let me tell you, I got this going. Or let me tell you about that. Or let me say this. Like you don't hesitate to say what's on your mind. Right? And you're very free to do so. You feel very free to do so. And you always have different options. Like it feels like they always notice that there are different options available for you. Very spontaneous. But you're also, even though you're spontaneous, like you're someone who's very present. You're here in the present moment. Not jumping from place to place, just really, truly staying in the here and the now. You're always motivated and independent. And because of your independence, you actually get to see the fruit of your efforts playing out. And people are like, whoa. Yes, they see this all based on your looks. Like they see this because you have this air about you that carries very strongly here. And you're someone that has that very childlike nature to you, but you also bring new happiness to people, right? Especially with these two next to each other. There's like this joy, this contentment, this understanding, just sheer fulfillment when you're in their energy. It's like when you're around, it's like everything is in working order. Like, oh, we don't have to worry because pile 2 is here. Like, see, they know, or they're going to know how to fix it. Whether they know you or not, these are just the energies that you're carrying around you, and that's what they view you based on your looks. Because you're always accepting the role that you play in the social environment around you. Also that you're very beautiful or very handsome. That you have a very different type of look about you. And because of that, they know that you're not going to fit in with the day-to-day, what everybody says. You're very energetic. You have a lot of resources about you. You're always looking in the right direction. Your determination is always there. Like taking care of others. And your view on the world. It's almost like people can look at you and know that you're not going to have the same view on the world like what they would. Let's get some oracles out for you, pile 2. Let's see. Yeah, that you spend a lot of time alone and in solitude too. Like even though you like to go out, like you're the one that likes to party, but also I feel like the only reason that they feel this is because you also know how to recover. But I do feel like you spend a lot of time with your family out. Like I can't shake this feeling that you're always with someone that you know. It doesn't have to be family, but Cancerian energy is all about keeping the family as a whole, because that's something that Cancers really enjoy. That's where they find their stability, is a whole home and everybody at peace within that whole home. And so this feeling of always being around someone, it could be a friend, a family member, even a coworker, but when you're with them, you're still separate from them. And that's what this solitude energy is giving me, right? But here, look, we have this confirmation, ancestors. This definitely feels like family. Generations, like you're always out with whole generations, like it's your mom, your grandma, your dad, your grandpa, your brothers, your sisters. What's peaking? And that you're celebrating. Maybe you throw a lot of family get-togethers, and that's why a lot of people see you. So you're always going out shopping for food together or something like that. But there's always like a celebration, an air of celebration about you. And so when people see you, they just really feel like, oh my gosh, like that's where the party's going. That's who has the party, is pile number 2. Yeah, look, connections. Like I cannot make up this energy. This energy feels very real. Like it's about being connected with somebody or with somebody. And while this shows a picture of being held down by them, that's what the South Node indicates. This is like being held back by these connections. But it's also, there's this energy that's coming from you that sees that, like, while you might be held back by these connections, you're also so innately different from them that you are moving away from them. That you're no longer holding on to that energy. So let's see what else comes through here. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see, you're setting healthy boundaries. And 3 again. 3 is all about creation, the gestation period. Your angels are with you. Your guides are with you. You're learning how to listen. And look, this armadillo has all these earrings in its ear. Like learning how to listen to what you're being guided to. You still wear this on you. Boom, look, wolf spirit coming out. Did you see how it just tipped like that? That's so crazy. We have turned knowledge into wisdom. What's peeking out here? Sometimes life stings. Yeah. See, you're turning this hardship into wisdom by setting these healthy boundaries. And that's what people notice. You're a very sincere individual. You care about those that are around you, but you're also in this place right now where it's like, I cannot carry their problems. I just can't. I cannot carry their burdens. Yeah, you're very fair about it. Libra energy, consideration, fairness, and harmony. Like you're very fair about it. You're trying to be as neutral as you can in the situation without upsetting the apple cart, right? Like I don't want to put anybody out because of where I'm at. So I'm just going to focus on me. It's not that you're trying to people please here. It's just realizing that there is no real control in the situation that's around you. Like we talked about in the beginning, where it feels like maybe drama kind of always follows you or finds you. And that's why people, when they see you based on your looks, maybe you're always in a set drama situation, like ready, set, action. And somehow, some way, like you still separate yourself from that, and it just kind of plays on around you, and everybody's like, whoa, look, pile 2 handled it without handling it. It just like by you removing yourself from the situation, it found clarity. Yeah. Your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. Yeah, you don't force anything. You're like, I'm just not in control of the way that they're acting. Like if they're going to act like morons or children or however you want to label it, right? You're like, they're free to do that. And that's in no way, shape, or form a reflection of me. Where so many people, when they're that close to people, they really take on, oh my gosh, they're embarrassing me. Oh my gosh, this reflects badly on me. Oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm like this person because I'm associating with this person. You know what I mean? And most of the time, that's so far from the truth. Yeah, you're in your soul purpose. And your soul is what shines out more than just your looks. Like, you're beautiful because your soul is beautiful. You're beautiful, right? Like, yeah, you're just beautiful. You're really an incredible type energy, right? We see that here with the 9 of coins, like this energy of just beauty. And if you're not a girl, that's fine. You're just very handsome. 1818 on the clock. Closing out cycles. This is number 10 with 28. Right? Closing out this cycle. Beginning again. Beginning anew. Number 62. We have slow and steady wins the race. It's been a long time coming. So it's like the people who know you, the people who see you that can base anything on your looks, are people who have seen you around town a lot. Like, you may go to the same stores all the time, and so you run into the same people, same faces. Even if they're not the same people, it's like the ones that are coming through are people who see you consistently, and they see stuff going on all the time, but they also see how balanced you are and how you're letting this go. You're no longer in this place. Maybe when they first saw you, you were like weighed down by your family or weighed down by those closest to you. And now you're just this free spirit. Everyone's like, man, I really wish I had access to pile 2 like that. Yeah, we have yin energy with intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, this very receptive energy, receiving that which is meant for you, right? And then we have here, Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. So you're doing something new that's taking you away from this energy and into what it is that you're meant to be doing. And overall, it's like people see you as just this positive force based on your looks. Like, you may be always smiling. You just always have a good nature about you, or you're just so approachable, or it's like they know that they can trust you just based on your looks. Like, you just give such a powerful energy. Your energy is far more powerful than your looks. I don't know if I said it here, but I may have to say this on all the readings. It's true. It's just that more people are attracted to energy than they are looks. And if you don't believe me, the more that you grow, the more you're going to feel that, right? So let's get some of these Pantha oracles out and see what comes through. Source, what else would you like to say for pile 2 here? What else would you like to say for pile number 2? Thank you. What else would you like to say for pile 2? Thank you. Okay, and they want that one. And on the bottom, look, we have accident, danger, caution, and injury. Yeah, so they see you being in a very cautious position because very easily you could tilt and go into that emotional ego. Very easily. It wouldn't take much for you to live in that feeling, oh, holier than thou, or feeling like you had to stay something, or feeling like you had to defend yourself, or feeling like you had to go beyond what it is that you've already done. Oh, sorry, my back. We have gain coming out here. Cultivation, profit, and conclusion. So something's definitely coming to an end, and you're gaining something because of it. Because you're not getting involved in that drama. That's why you're gaining this, right? You sleep well at night. So when they see you, they don't see you as someone who's tired, exhausted. They see you as very satisfied with your life, very comfortable with who you are. Your hopes and wishes are coming true because you made a promise to yourself and you follow that thoroughly. Like, people are seeing these things happen. They also do see that you've experienced loneliness and isolation, right? That solitude. It's like you have to go into a place of isolation to regroup, but that sometimes that may mean that you're lonely, especially if you have Cancerian energy highly aspect in your chart. That may feel lonely for you, and that wears on your sleeve. Blind, awkward, unknown, and vision problems. So a lot of people are blind, or I feel like this is more or less pointing towards your family members are blind to who you are. I'm going to put that there. Eternal love, eternity, consistency, and soulmate. Yeah, so that they also see you as someone that's like, if they got together with you based on your looks, like, that's it. Like, I would be with pile 2 for the rest of my life. They're my forever person. You can be like, people really don't know that, but that's just how they feel based on your energy. Your energy is so welcoming. They also see you as someone who's lost a lot, who's experienced a lot of sorrow. And something that like surprises people is when our sorrow lives in our face or on our hearts or in our body. It's like, you just know some people have experienced some really hard things, Yeah, there's somebody here in your energy that they see as very stubborn, very selfish, has a mullish attitude, very arrogant. I feel like this is the person that they're pointing at that's very blind to who you are. And that's how people see you. It's like, this is the person who's causing the drama. But you're just over here paying attention to what it is. They feel like you have a very strict routine in your life, a very strict ritual in your life based on your looks. That you're a very caring person. Look, parenthood, patron, or supporter. Again, this is pointing, and look, it's number 3, pointing towards they could build a family with you. Collaboration, backup, unity, and enhancement. You're just a person based on your looks that people want in their life. They want around. I want pile 2 around in my life. But they also see that you have somebody in your energy that doesn't appreciate you. That could very easily tip your energy if you allowed them to, but somehow every way and every place you show strength and resilience to that. And people see that sometimes that could be a very lonely journey to walk. So let's take a look at your crystal card. We have heliotrope. Look at this. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Oh. Also known as the bloodstone, which is connected to your heart chakra. Like its namesake, it can cleanse negative energy in the blood. By doing this, it grounds any anger or resentment, right? We're talking about that here. In your heart and your blood. It throws a calming effect on your heart when you are feeling irritated or impatient. And so I feel like a lot of people see that drama and it's something that could really make you irritated. But like bloodstone or heliotrope here, you always keep stable in your truth and grounded in your energy, and you don't let this person uproot you from your natural state of being. So you're always naturally calm, collected, and so I'm feeling like that connection coming through here. That's what it's saying. It's like this is somebody who's tying you down. This is somebody who's holding you back. That south node energy, right? They're being very clear about that, especially when you're meant to be a leader. You're meant to be a leader. You're meant to live in your authentic light and to let go of ancestral curses, ancestral wounds, right? We had generational wounds. Look at this. I cannot make this up. We have wolf here. Look, these 2 cards. Look at this. Wolf and wolf. Instinct and authenticity. We have ancestors with polar bear, and we have generations with ancestors. 2 different decks. Both of these on the bottom of the deck, right? On the bottom of the deck. And they were both in the same, just like this, on the bottom of the deck. Just insane. These synchronicities are very real. These synchronicities are coming saying that this is how you're meant to be. Right? This is how you're meant to be. You're supposed to let go of these connections, and that's based on your looks, what people see, because you live that. You live that truth within yourself. And you're ready to let it go. You're ready to let loose and be who you're meant to be. Okay? So if you feel like this is your reading, leave a wolf emoji down below and say, I let go of ancestral curses and embrace my true, authentic being, so that Source knows that you're ready to come into this higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this incredible message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful stone, maybe if I can get it to focus, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on how do people view you based on your looks. Keeping in mind these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy, getting you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, check out the description box where you will find all the links necessary to do so. You can reach me via email to get a personal reading, and I will get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I really do hope to see you there. And also, memberships are now up and running. So if you're curious about those, down by where the subscription button is or was, you'll see a join button. If you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels available and the perks available for each level. We have Love Drops, Love Blossoms, and Love Bloomers. All right? So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into reading and find out what do people view, or how do people view pile number 3 based on their look source? How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? What can you tell us about how people view pile number 3 based on their look source? Okay, so we've got Pluto. We've got Leo. We've got 3rd house. Definitely a leader. Someone who maybe kind of calls in attention to themselves, right? Leo energy is this naturally like being the center of attention. But also somebody who has friends for a lifetime. Like, you're not somebody who just invites new people in all the time. Like, you have a crew, or you may have had a crew for a long time with the 3rd house here, okay? Like, you just look like someone who would be on Friends. All right, or that 70s show, or The Big Bang Theory. Like, you look like you run around with a crew. People you've known for a long time. People who, all your friends know each other. You all are, like, anytime, like, say a boyfriend or a girlfriend is brought in, like, they have to meet the crew. The crew has to approve type energy. It's not that you rely on their approval or anything like that, but it's just kind of like that energy that surrounds you. You're also seen as somebody who commands a lot of attention. Like, a lot of people will flock to you. You're very playful by nature. They see that you've embraced your inner child. So something about the way that you've dressed shows that you have embraced your inner child. So maybe you like to keep things funky and fun and groovy, right? I also see that you are someone who looks very intelligent and wise. That you're brave. You take life by the horns whenever they see you in public. And yes, that is part of your looks, seeing you in public. Like, you just always have this presence about you. Like, I'm not afraid to do what needs to be done. Based on your looks, they see you as charismatic, confident, like you have a lot of popularity. You're warm and outgoing, that your happiness, that you are someone who is very artistic. That's what I'm saying, like the way you dress may show up very artistically. That also you may be someone that's kind of dangerous to the norm, right? Like dangerous to them. That you're someone who hides your deep emotions. You don't share that with a lot of people. You kind of like make jokes in place of your emotions. That you're someone that a lot of people are sexually attracted to. That you're very intense. That people have a tendency to become obsessed with you based on how you look. Right? That you are someone who is very powerful by nature. Like when people are in your energy or just around you, even based on your looks, they see you as someone who's extremely powerful. Someone who commands presence. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. So I just say keep an open mind because they've kind of, I mean, the readings have been awesome. They have really been awesome today, which I love. So just feel like I need to say, though, keep an open mind. It might not go the way that you're used to these readings going. Nothing ever does. So, source, how do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? What can you tell us about how people view pile number 3 based on their looks? They think that you're a boss. Like, based on your looks, they feel like maybe you own a company or like you have a very high status in a company. How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks, source? How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? That somehow, some way, shape, or form, that you're also very nurturing. Like, you might not share your emotions, but that doesn't mean that you don't care for others. Like, you're a very loving, kind person based on your looks. How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks, source? Okay, thank you. Yeah, we have the 9 of coins coming out. Very ambitious. Independent. You've let go of illusions. Yeah, you're very loving. Very open. You have a lot of people who follow the things that you do. So maybe you dress a certain way and there's people that you hang out with who dress the same way as you, but you might not notice it. Or maybe you do, but you don't care. Like you're like a trendsetter. How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks, source? How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? Yeah, the King of Swords, very honest, authoritative. How do people view pile number 3 based on their looks? Whoa, that is way too many. Okay, they want this one. Yeah, someone who's definitely a boss with the King of Coins here. Very masculine by nature. You know, Leo's a masculine sign. Gemini is ruled by the 3rd house, or rules the 3rd house, and so that's a masculine energy. And then we have 2 kings coming out. We have Gemini and Virgo energy. Like, and we have the sun with Leo energy again. Yeah, that you're very warm, you're bright, you're illuminating. Like, when you walk in the room, you light up the room. You light up my life. I don't remember how that song goes. Look, and we have the King of Cups here. Wow. We have 3 kings. So, why do I hear that song? Hang with me here. But every time Christmas comes around, and I know this is not how the song goes, but as a kid, me and my best friend used to sing this. We 3 kings of Orient are tried to smoke a rubber cigar. It was loaded, it exploded. We 3 kings of Orient are. Something like that. Like, we used to sing it all the time. Like, and I have no idea where we learned that at. I feel like you're going to get it, pile 3. Like, you're going to laugh about it too, but it's like exactly what I heard. And I have not even thought about that in so long. But that's like, just like cracking up here. Like, they just see you as someone who's goofy. Like, you're going to do goofy things. Like, you're going to do funny things. But you're also very honest about it. And you're grounded in who you are. And you're willing to just be emotionally mature about it too. Like, if it hurts someone's feelings, like, it's not beyond you to say, I'm sorry. Right? So we have the 4 of Coins here. The 9 of Coins. The King of Swords. The King of Coins. Yeah, you're a very grounded, nurturing person. Even though you're very fiery, you communicate very clearly with others. Very clearly. Like, you're not afraid to say what's on your mind. But you're also someone that others can trust. They see you based on your looks as someone who's financially stable. Very pleasant. Like, maybe you're someone that they feel they can trust. You may be around kids a lot. Maybe you're in school, or you're a teacher or a principal or a teacher's aide or something like that, or even a nurse or a doctor or something, and you're around kids a lot. And so based on your looks, people see you as a ideal father or parental figure for kids. You're reliable. You're traditional. You have a lot of honor. Your reputation precedes you. You have established social instincts. You're very independent thinking. That you're very confident. And even though you are cautious, and so, like I was saying, like, I got that from the feelings, like, you're very cautious about the way you share your feelings, but you're also very observant of others' feelings, and so mature that you're able to help others through that. Maybe you have a really big sweet tooth too. You might always be eating something, or like chewing gum, or like eating candy or something. It's kind of a weird energy to come through, but okay, we're going to go with it. Yeah, you're very mature, and you're well equipped to deal with what's uncertain or off balance. Like, you know how to deal with stuff that most people don't. Like, and you're not afraid to question that. Like, you're not afraid to stand okay and firm in your decisions. You know, we don't have all four kings here, but you're just shy of being an emperor. So it's like a lot of people, based on your looks, they see you as someone who's going to own their own business. They see you as someone who's very free thinking in the way that you approach how you make your money. Like, just naturally seeing you, they're like, oh, that person doesn't do the normal 9-to-5 type work. Even if you do, they just immediately assume that you don't, like, based on your looks. Solemn is another word that's coming through here. Humble and creative. Something about what you're doing always, when people see you, how you're dressed and everything, like you're always around either people or kids. Like I was saying, like, you know, you have that like friends type of energy about you. Like you have a crew, and you guys have been a crew for a long, long time. Like since childhood, since high school, since college. Like you've been a crew for a long time. There's at least 3 of you that have been in a crew for a long time. And when you guys are together, like you just embody like living it up, right? And that's what people see based on your looks. And so I feel like it's just because you're with them a lot. So it's hard not to see you as a unit together. Let's get some oracles out here for pile 3, source. What else would you like to say here? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're very grounded. Very purified, but very grounded. Like a pure soul. Like you don't take things so seriously. Like life comes and it goes, and you live in that energy. They come and they go. What else would you like to say for pile number 3? Whoa, okay. We've got Frog Spirit clearing out the clutter with 28. Right? Look. Whoa. Yeah, you could be a Leo. We have 37 with Be of Generous Spirit, and we have 21 here with Be Peace. And this is crazy because this is both 10s, right? These are both 10s in numerology. Let's talk about this for a second. You're generous and you give. That's why I was saying, like, that Leo energy is that brave heart energy, and Leos oftentimes have a love language of giving gifts. Like, it's just something I've noticed, a pattern that I've noticed. Not all Leos are that way, but it is something I've noticed, a pattern. But and this is that energy I was saying, like you don't, that pure spirit, like life comes and it goes. Like you're not holding on to what was, because you're just letting it go. And so when they see you as someone who's living in their path of purpose, but who has come into a space where it's like, I can give without holding on to that and feeling like that has to be something that I need to hold a grudge against. And then we have Be Peace here. I just want to show you this on the bottom. Over here we have Master number 33 with change, and this is 2 and 1 is 3. Your change has been to become a very peaceful person. So a lot of these people have seen you over time, or a lot of these people have just noticed that you're very, when they're in your presence, more than your looks, when they're in your presence, that you change them into being a peaceful person. Let's see here. What else would you like to say, source? What else? Okay. Look, the sun. Self-express and embody truth. And the sun is ruled by Leo. Are Leos ruled by the sun? Y'all know me. I'm going to say it backwards. I'll get it right one day. It's cool. Hang with me. No. Ah! Look at this. We have Leo right behind it. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Look, you can't get more Leo than this. You got the sun, you got Leo, and you got this big old lion right here. Rawr. Right? That's as Leo as it gets. And we had Leo come out in the dice. Holy moly cannoli. Can we be real here? Yeah, they see you as someone who embodies your truth. You express yourself. You're confident. You're loyal. You're creative. Like, you're doing things all the time to be who you are. Like, you're not trying to question who you are. You just live it naturally. That's so powerful. So powerful. Alright, let's put this back. And then let's get an angel card on it. Oh, okay, thank you. Alright, let's see what we've got coming through. Dreamtime creation. And this is the Pisces energy from this deck. Okay, and this is talking about this Aborigine who's singing all of existence through his didgeridoo. Like it's all coming into existence. Like you create your path, and that's what people notice about you. You create your path. So it's just the way, like, you dress as something that's definitely unique. It's your style. Like you live in it fully. And then we have Tiger here with Will. Like you're just someone who's very brave. They see you as very brave. Like, look, and I forgot the sun was here. So you're definitely seen in this very highly seen as Leo energy. Even if you don't have Leo in your chart, that's fine. It's just that you embrace that. You're very confident. You're very clear-headed. You're very warm. You're very outgoing. You're very much this popular energy. People want to be around you. We have 12th house coming through here. Spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So when people are in your energy, they're healed by you. It's like, what does this have to do with looks? It's your energy more than your looks. People notice energy more than our looks, but your looks are what draw them in. And so they might be drawn to be a part of the popular crowd with you. And so when they come in, they notice that you heal them. And we have Merlina. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. This is maybe how you feel. Like you're confused, but it's showing here that you do have balance. It's showing that you do have balance in your energy. So you may be like, what is she talking about here? What is going on? This doesn't feel like this is based on my looks. That's what I was saying. Keep an open mind at the beginning, because these readings are giving messages that are much deeper than just very superficial. And a lot of times we ask these questions to be superficial, but if you've been with me on my channel for any amount of time, you know that I am not a superficial reader. I go into the depths of it, and I ask Source to give me the messages that Source chooses to bring through on these readings. Sure, I could make it superficial, but I feel like there's enough superficial readers out there that I don't want to be one. And so they're just saying here, don't be confused on that. Your appearance, how you look, gives off an air of confidence, of Leo energy. What Leo is, creativity. I'm trying to say creativity. I can say this word, I promise. I don't know what today is. Creativity. You're giving off this air of honesty. You're giving off this air of willpower. You're giving off this power of just being in a powerful position. Let's get some Pantha Oracle on it and see what else comes through for you, pile 3. 1. Source, what else would you like to say here? Thank you. Yeah. What else would you like to say here? What else would you like to say here? I do feel like based on your appearance, people do think that you're some sort of leader, or that you have some ability to help resolve certain situations. We have gift, souvenir, promotion, delight. People definitely feel a gift to be, like it's a blessing to be in your energy. Indulgence. You like to indulge. That's what they think based on your looks. Interaction, joy, friendliness. You're very friendly. Like people can enjoy being in your energy, being around you. We have illness with disease, weakness, and fragility coming out. I believe this came out in all 3 piles. So somebody here has watched all 3 piles. If you made it through all 3, put a little purple heart down below and say, I made it. But this is just talking about how when people feel sick or they feel out of alignment, when they come into your energy, they do feel like you're healing them. And the image here is definitely this child. So it's like you help them heal their inner child. And I feel like it's not something that you notice or do. And that's something that a lot of us go through. Like a lot of us are very healing without us even knowing about it. We have compromise, agreement, reconciliation, and consideration. That's what I was saying. And then we had conflict over here with difference, dispute, and quarrel. And it's like you find a way to like go from this into saying, okay, let's come into a balanced energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe you're a boss, you're a teacher. Like, they feel like you have a mind about you, a very intelligent mind about you, to help resolve sticky situations based on your looks. Maybe you're a lawyer. Maybe you're a paralegal. Maybe you're a lawyer's aide. Yeah. You deal with a lot of people who are mean, and you find ways to, like, still it. Like, it's still the anger, still the conflict. You find a way to do that. We have embarrassment, gossip, and unwillingness. And the third house can talk about gossip. So a lot of people, based on your looks, they think that maybe you get gossiped a lot about. But overall, that you're this kind, generous person. Good. You're human. You have a lot of morality about you. Like, you're very moral, merit making. And that you're very imaginative. Imagination, variety, fantasy, and mind. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you're very creative. Based on your looks, they feel like you're a very creative person, pile number 3. Very creative person. So let's take a look at your crystal card and see what came through. So I'm going to try and say this. We have dumortierite. You see this? That's actually a very beautiful color. It says the deep color of stone can help you get control of your life back. When used as jewelry or held in your hand during daily meditation, it can help you become more organized and give you the self-discipline you need to succeed. You'll begin to feel inner peace and an end to the chaotic life. That's why I was feeling this, like, this energy. It's like you have a way to bring peace to others, and we saw that. It's like, here, we saw that, right? Be peace. Like, when people are around you based on your looks, they feel like you bring peace to them. Like, really powerful stuff here, right? I absolutely love this. If you feel like this is your reading, pile number 3, leave a lion down below and say, I am a lion. Hear me roar. So Source knows that you're calling in this higher vibrational energy. Leave me a thumbs up down below as well. Again, if you made it through all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below. Say, I made it. I truly appreciate it. I love hearing from you. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this absolutely incredible message. And until next time, pile number 3, stay human. Bye.